Two. Left.
Alala. I have to say hello to people. Hi, Anita. Hi, NRPs. Easily distracted.
Cool.
Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Ow, you're pressing on my neck. Owie. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hi, Cement Shoes. Welcome to the stream.
You
You say welcome? Welcome. You're right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Hi, Gayla. Yeah. He's sitting on my lap right now, trying to crush me. Yeah. Look, right here. She says, "Hey, Taco."
Hey, Taco.
Hey, Taco. That's you. You're Taco.
Yeah, Taco.
Yes, Taco.
It's Taco.
Here's your toy. No. Oh my God, it's so cute. Hi, Gayla. Hi, Cement Shoes. Good evening, Brooks. Welcome to the stream. This thing here on the bottom. All right, I'll wait for it to come back. It says, during the trivia night tonight, my camera may turn off without notice. You can still hear me, just not see me. I am home alone with my minor child. I will not show him on this or any stream. That's what it says. Ain't that cool? Hi, hippie love. You just realized your day off yesterday was Sunday? Oh. Welcome, RJ. Welcome to the stream. I hope you all had a great weekend. We're gonna play a game. We're playing a game. Yeah, a game.
No.
Yes.
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 Yes. A game.
Play.
Huh?
Let's play.
Yes, play. No, you can't play with that.
No play.
Well, it's a game, but it's not really a fun game that you would like to play. It's not that kind of game. RJ is from Boulder, Colorado.
Yes.
Well, welcome.
Let's go.
From Boulder, Colorado. That's close to where your tita lives. His aunt lives just outside of close to Boulder. Wow. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Lucy Ball.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball. That's the doggy's name?
Yeah.
See this lady right here? She just got a new doggy. And her doggy's name is Lucille Ball. Her name is Lucy Ball after Lucille Ball. Oh, okay, Lucy Ball. Okay, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this game. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Gayla, the queen of comedy. See, that was a TV show with the actress Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. A long time before you. Yeah. monkey in the belly.
The
All right.
It's there. So it's way down.
Are we ready to get going, everybody? So let's do the first question for tonight's trivia.
Doggy.
Doggy. Yes, very good.
Doggy.
All right.
Doggy.
First question tonight is, how did Jeffrey Dahmer eventually die? How did Jeffrey Dahmer eventually die? A, he was beaten to death. B, drug overdose. C, he was hanged. Or D, the electric chair. How did Jeffrey Dahmer eventually die?
Down.
Welcome, Why Wonder?
Look
A. They're guessing A.
Welcome.
Welcome. Very good.
Welcome.
And he's going to sit there and say welcome. You're a goofball. You're a goofball. Yes, you're a goofball. Welcome, Karen. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It looks like, let's see, everybody's going A. I'm guessing A. She says the same thing. A. Oh, hi, Short and Nice. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. There's Rykart. Rykart right there. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Will and family. He ate too many tacos.
Hey.
I'm gonna eat you all up. So the answer to the first question: how did Jeffrey Dahmer eventually die? A, beaten to death. B, drug overdose. C, hanging. Or D, the electric chair. The correct answer is A. He was beaten by another inmate. Beaten to death by another inmate. Cheeto, you choked on a bone. What's funny is his final would-be victim who got away, who was identified from testifying against Dahmer, and then indicted for a serious sex crime in Louisiana, recently threw a man off a bridge. Wow, I didn't know that. Did not know that at all. Hi, Victoria. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. All right, next question. Question number 2. Who is the youngest female double murderer in UK history? Modern UK history, not like the entire history. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere along the line that was more than double murder. Who was the youngest female double murderer in modern UK history? A, Mary Best. B, Mary Jones. C, Mary Bell. Or D, Mary Todd. Well, Gayla just ordered a book about Dahmer. Rykart is guessing D. We have C, D. RJ is just, line. C, 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 B. Inner Peace is guessing E. Mary Kay, the cosmetics lady. Company. Mary Kay. Ain't that cool? Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the stream. Did you have a wonderful weekend? Hope so. So the question number 2 is, who is the youngest female double murderer in modern UK history? A, Mary Best, B, Mary Jones, C, Mary Bell, or D, Mary Todd? Wonderful and warm, yeah. It got up to 99 here where I live yesterday. That's too hot for me. Too hot. I'm living for Mary Lincoln Todd, though. You think so? I said ha, but I was lazy and skipped the numbers. LOL. The correct answer, as it was clearly pointed out, was the correct answer for this one is C, Mary Bell. Mary Bell was the youngest female double murder in modern UK history. She killed 2 boys before the age of 11. Cosmetics. Oh, they have a pool. Lisa has a pool. And swimming in the water and splashing in the water. Water, yeah. Water, yes. Yeah. All right, question number 3. A lot of well-known authors have written books while in jail for serious crimes. Which of these... Ow, sorry. Ow. Bony little butt, kid. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to read the question over with again. A lot of well-known authors have written books while in jail for serious crimes. Which one of these wrote his books and then killed? Which one of these authors wrote? Honey, yeah, you can't be up there. Right there. Okay. Wrote his books and then killed. All right. Which author wrote his books and then killed? A, Dean Koontz, B, Stephen King, C, Chessman, or D, Charles? A lot of well-known authors have written books while in jail for serious crimes. Which author wrote his books and then killed? You're going to fall from there. Hey. Hi, Spaghetti Noma. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hey, can you get down from there? You're going to fall.
Sit down.
It's not safe for you to be up there.
Ow.
There. Owie, see?
Owie.
Owie. You got an owie? How'd you get an owie? Because you're up there. Why wonder it was Trump? Dr. Seuss. A lot of well-known authors have written books while in jail for serious crimes. Which of these wrote his books and then killed? Koontz, King, Chessman, or Charles? A, B, C, or D? Look, it's I can't remember the name of the band. This song. You like that song, though.
The song.
Yeah, you like that song.
The song.
You like that song?
The song.
Yeah.
The song.
Yeah.
The song. Come on.
Ow. Okay. Down you go. Owie.
Owie.
No, he wrote his books and then killed. He killed after publishing his books, becoming a published author, and then he killed. There's a lot of authors who've wrote their books in jail. No, you can't be up there.
Down.
Yeah, you have to be down.
You're down.
It's not safe for you to be up there. Let me see. You're muted? I'm not muted. At least it's not showing that I'm muted on this end. It just shows that I have my camera off. And I'm sure everybody. No, please don't play with that. I'm guessing C or D because I've never heard of them. I don't play with that. Okay? That's not a toy.
Turn it off.
Turn it off, right. The correct answer is Chessman. C. C is the correct answer. He wrote the bestseller, The Kid Was a Killer. Hi, everyone. And as the scroll says, I have to turn the camera off whenever he is right here with me in the frame, and you guys can see him. I have to turn it off because I protect his privacy, at all costs. And so, but now he's run over to the television to change it to something else. I think he's on YouTube right now, streaming, music. I'm sure I'll get a copyright warning or something for him playing music in the background, because that's how YouTube works. They don't care. He needs a toy. Oh, he's got a whole house full of toys, and on that end of the living room, he came over here and he wanted to start playing this. It's like drums with a snare. I turned it off and I put it over here out of reach. But then he wanted to sit on me and climb on me because he loves actually using the camera so he can watch himself. So there's like 2 monitors here. And this is my wife's setup. I'm in the house, right now. So he'll have the YouTube on one, and he'll try to sing the words to a song and watch himself on the camera on the other monitor. All right. Hi, everyone. So, who did he kill? Anyone know? Spaghetti Noma? No, I do not know who he actually killed. Question number 4. Killer clown John Wayne Gacy was a businessman of the year for his Rotary Club and small business man of the year for his actual community. Okay. What did John Wayne Gacy do while he was actively murdering young men? What did John Wayne Gacy do for a living while he was actually killing young men? A, he was a KFC franchise owner. B, he worked in construction. C, he was a youth minister. Or D, he was an organic farmer. What did John Wayne Gacy do while he was actively killing young men? You thought he was a dog catcher? Fertilizer salesman? No, he wasn't a fertilizer salesman. He had a KFC first, then construction. His last meal before he was executed was Kentucky Fried Chicken, strawberries, was the main part of his actual meal before he was executed. Loved KFC chicken. Short and nice, you missed it. Okay, question number 4 is Killer Clown John Wayne Gacy was Businessman of the Year and Businessman of the Year for his Rotary Club and Small Businessman. What did he do for a living while he was actively killing young men? A, he was a KFC franchise owner. B, construction. C, a youth minister. Or D, an organic farmer. What did John Wayne Gacy do while he was actively killing? His ex-father-in-law had 2 KFCs. Wow. He was a clown. Pogo. Pogo the Clown is what John Wayne Gacy used to dress up as. It was his alter ego he was Pogo the Clown. It was a spin off of there's a real Pogo the Clown, but John Wayne Gacy took that as his alter ego and dressed up like a clown when he was actually he'd do birthday parties, events, all kinds of different gatherings. And he did it sometimes for money, and sometimes he just did it because he dressed up as a clown because he liked to do it. I don't like strawberry ice cream anymore because of Gacy. Don't like mint chocolate chip anymore because of McVeigh. I'm running out of flavors. Well, I'm fat anyways. I can't tell you the last time I had ice cream. It's been so long. I mean, but when I do eat ice cream, I prefer vanilla. You know, I want vanilla, but I want real vanilla bean ice cream, not this, fake, stuff that that's like that most ice cream, vanilla ice creams are made out of. Brooks, you can't eat ice cream either? I like a good vanilla ice cream, especially with like a slice of apple pie. Hot apple pie and vanilla ice cream. That's the best. So what did John Wayne Gacy do while he was actively killing? The correct answer is B as in boy. He owned his own construction company. I eat it. Keto ice cream. My only sweet. Oh. I didn't know there was a keto ice cream. All right. Question number 5. Carl Bringingham, the inventor of the SAT, the Scholastic Aptitude Test, otherwise known, but people commonly know it as the SAT. He was a well-known racist. Was arrested and never charged for what? Carl Bringingham, the inventor of the SAT, the Scholastic Aptitude Test, a well-known racist, was arrested but never charged with what? A, murder. B, robbery. C, a hate crime. Or D, stolen property. Carl Bringingham. And FYI, if you're wondering why he never was, he was arrested and never charged with the actual crime, because he bought himself out of it. The police department was corrupt. He paid for the whole thing just to go away. The kid that caught him was trying to get a job, right? The one with the film receipt. I believe so. I remember something about that in Gacy, but I don't remember exactly how that fits in. I've never really studied a lot about Gacy. I know an awful lot more about other serial killers. Carl Breenham, the inventor of the SAT, the Scholastics Aptitude Test, a well-known racist, was arrested and never charged with what? A, murder, B, robbery, C, a hate crime, or D, stolen property. Hi, okie dokie. Welcome to the stream. And Deb does readings. Welcome. Hope I didn't miss anybody else. Just kind of scrolling up and down. E, making SATs impossible for vegetables to pass. in case you're not familiar with who Carl Breenham is, it's worth reading about his life. You know, even if you pull up his Wikipedia page and read about him, because he was a psychologist during the war, and he originally came up, and he spent most of his life fixated on trying to find a way to test intelligence in individuals, and that's when you can really see, you know, his from his studies on intelligence, just how much of a racist, you know, prick he was. And the SATs are still based on his model of what actually is intelligent and what's not. And it's sad that people still have to use the SAT to this day to get into college. Gotta go. Bye, everyone. Bye, Gayla. You have a great week ahead. Broken Justice. I like the name. Broken Justice. It's a fitting name. I think that would work great for your YouTube channel. Broken Justice. But welcome anyways. I hope you had a great weekend. All right. The correct answer to question number 5 is D as in dog, stolen property. He sold a set of textbooks on psychology to a friend that belonged to the university. He knew that they belonged to the university, but he sold them anyways. He needed the money. But they just he paid off the right people, and they never charged him for the crime of selling stolen property or in possession of stolen property. Some people just buy their way into college just saying it's 2020. Yes. And several parents were sentenced to jail for buying their children's way into colleges. All right, next question. This one It's because of a question that somebody brought up on the last stream. So I've added this one in because of it. So it's a long description. All right. So before we actually get to the question, so it's almost a paragraph and a half before we actually get to the question. I mean, to the answers, possible answers. In 1938, the U.S. government enacted the federal minimum wage of $1 per hour, and that was signed into law by FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The federal minimum wage has only gone up 15 times to $7.15 an hour. How many times did the federal government had to sue states to get them to enact and enforce the federal minimum wage standards? Since 1938, how many times has the federal government had to sue states to get them to recognize the federal minimum wage? The options are A, 100 times, B, 1,000 times, C, 10,000 times, or D, 100,000 times. Excuse me. Does it count if you're almost right? Sure. If you were almost right, if you want to count it, I'm okay with that. We'll give you credit, Lisa. Can I repeat? Yep. Cement shoes. In 1938, the U.S. government enacted the federal minimum wage of $1 per hour, signed into law by FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The federal minimum wage has gone up 15 times since then to $7.15 per hour minimum wage, federal minimum wage. How many times has the federal government had to sue states, the different individual states, how many times did they have to sue the states to get them to enact or enforce the federal minimum wage standard? The options are A, 100 times, B, 1,000 times, C, 10,000 times, or D, 100,000 times. How many times has the federal government had to sue individual states to get them to recognize and enforce the federal minimum wage standard? And FYI, there are states in the United States that are called right-to-work states, and there are other states where they don't enforce or even go by any federal or state standards. They just don't care, and they don't get federal funding because of it. My son is watching some bizarre stuff on TV.
Hi, Gacy.
Hi.
Hi, Gacy.
What do you want to do?
I get sick.
There.
No.
No? What? Open? There.
Push.
Huh?
Push.
Close?
Open.
Open. There.
Down.
Yeah, well, when you think about Reichart, when you put it into context of how much the inflation has gone up since 1938, you look at the rise of inflation and the rise of minimum wage, the federal minimum wage. It's not even close. Like certain countries, like France, they look at their when it comes to minimum wage, theirs is adjusted every year by a commission that sets up. Okay, well, does it need to go up? Has the cost of living here gone up? And then they adjust their federal standards minimum wage based on the cost of living. And a lot of countries do it either every year or every other year, or every 2 years. where here in America, the federal minimum wage and state minimum wages haven't gone up with the cost of inflation at all. Why they call them the working poor. Tennessee has had that when we were there, like $2 an hour for waitressing. And the funny you should add that, say that, Lisa, because one of the things that a lot of employers in certain states do is they say, okay, look, we're gonna give you X amount per hour, but you're earning tips, while you're actually waitressing. So we're gonna deduct that from your total amount what that you can be making per hour. So, oh look, you worked and you had 30 tables tonight as a waitress, and you probably made $10, for those 30 tables. So we're gonna deduct your $1 an hour from your wages, because that's what you get for your pay, which just makes them it makes them even. They don't get any. That doesn't matter how much a great service they give or provide, they're going to get less, or they're going to stay right at the minimum wage. Never going to get ahead. Well, so, anyways, the correct answer for question 6 is C, as in cat. 10,000 times the federal government has had to sue individual states to get them to enforce or enact the federal minimum wage standard. The last time the federal government sued an individual state was August 15th, 2019, to enact the federal minimum wage standard. 10,000 times the federal government has had to sue individual states. Sad.
No.
All right, question 7.
No.
What? What, little man?
Beer.
What?
Cake.
What?
Cake.
There's no cake over here. I have no cake. I have no cake. All right, question 7. Mass shootings, spree shootings, are all too common in today's society. How many people must die in a mass shooting for the federal government to officially label it as such? I'll read the question again. Mass shootings, spree shootings, are all too common in today's society. How many people must die in a mass shooting for the federal government to officially label it as such? A, 2, B, 4, C, 6, or D, 8? How many people must die in a mass shooting for the federal government to officially list it as such? What now? Close? It is closed.
Open.
Open? Open.
Push.
Close?
Open.
What'd you put in there?
Open.
Hold on. There. There.
Open.
Open.
Yes.
There.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
No.
You want it closed?
Push.
Close? Close.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Open.
Open. There. So he has these Nerf guns. He has these Nerf guns that the tension on it is too much for him to actually be able to pull the thing back. I mean, we don't give him any of the actual darts or the balls that these things shoot. So, he just uses his imagination to pretend that he's actually shooting Nerf pellet thing or whatever there are, the darts. I didn't buy them for him. His grandfather bought them all for him for Christmas. At least 3 says spaghetti nona. Mass shootings, spree shootings are all too common in today's society. How many people must die in a mass shooting for the federal government to officially recognize it as a mass shooting? The correct answer is B, 4. Excuse me. Am I okay, Rykart? Yeah. I just had to take off outside the house, chase my son, who decided that I'm going for a walk in my underwear. It's like, phew, he's quick. The Nerf balls, yeah. His grandfather got him the big one that shoots actual tennis balls, and so we hid all those. And we're like, do you want every window in our house to be shattered? Because I mean, that thing pumps out some serious amount of force. It shoots those balls a pretty good distance. Then he got him a whole bunch of the ones that shoot darts, little foam darts, but. I'm watching for Will's black eye for Netflix balls. He doesn't have any of the darts to any of the Nerf guns. He just has them to play around with, but he doesn't have any of the darts or the tennis balls or anything else. We're not going to be that foolish. We know he's going to shoot them. Then he'll lose them. Then he'll be sad that he can't find any of them. What's up? Oh. No? Okay. All right. Next question. Next question is, in what state is it illegal? Is it against the law? In what state is it illegal to place advertisements in for any services or business in a cemetery? Do you hear me? In what state is it illegal to place advertisements for any services or businesses in a cemetery? A, California, B, Texas, C, Maine, or D, Oregon. In what state is it illegal to place advertisement for any services or businesses in a cemetery? Nerf. I like the ones made of sponge ones. Oh, he doesn't have any Nerf guns that shoot sponges or anything soft. Most of them, I don't know why anybody would even give these things to children. I mean, obviously, he's only 4 years old, but still, I don't understand why his grandfather would give him all these things. He got them all for Christmas. He bought them like a total, I think, eight of them or 9 of them. It's like some of them were like two gun packages, and other ones were the whole freaking package, a huge package, like the Nerf cannon. Sandra S., good evening. Welcome to the live stream. We are playing True Crime Trivia tonight. The current question everybody is pondering right now is, in what state is it illegal to place advertisements for any services or any type of service or business in a cemetery? In what state is it illegal to place any type of advertisement for services or business in a cemetery? A, California, B, Texas, C, Maine, or D, Oregon? You bought ones at Costco. It has a soft sponge-like balls. Well, that'd be cool. It'd be a heck of a lot, safer. The ones the cannon one that he has that shoots tennis balls, actual physical tennis balls, you can launch one of those tennis balls. If you just put one in there, it'll take 6, but you can put one in there and you can shoot it about a half a block easily. Launch one of those tennis balls that far. Okay. What, do you want me to take that out of there? Take out. There. You want to take that with you?
No.
No? Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. They're like this. This is what he bought, like 6 of these. This one's battery operated. They're all ultras. It takes you can load like 6 or 7 of them in this thing at the same time. It's heavy. That one's battery operated. Takes, I think, 6 AA batteries. Most of them are you still have to pull like a slide or something too. Actually, what you're doing is you're pulling a spring in there. All right. In what state is it illegal to have advertisements for any type of services or business in the cemetery? The correct answer is C, in the state of Maine. You are not allowed to advertise for a business or services in a cemetery. You can do it if they have their funeral parlor, or whatever on the actual grounds where the cemetery is. That's a completely different story. They can advertise inside that actual business, but they can't do it in the actual cemetery itself. What's up? What are you doing? There are people who are watching this. They don't want to hear you throw these things on the floor in here. Close?
Close.
Close. There.
Open.
Open. So you push this little button right there. Push that.
Open.
Push that button, and it opens. Huh? Oh. Why'd you put that in there? Yeah. There. There you go. You're welcome. I guess Oregon, because I live here and never seen one. Glad they don't. Who are they placing advertisements for in a cemetery? I went to a cemetery, not here locally where I live, but I think it was up by the in the Puget Sound region, near Seattle, someplace. And they actually had a thing there where you could take a virtual tour of the cemetery with your cell phone. They had one of those query code things. You scanned it with your phone, and as and it would tell you where your loved one was. You just type it, it brought up their website, and then you type in where their name, and they give you walking directions in the cemetery on how to get to it. But I saw advertisements there for services, and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess maybe they're placing the ads must be for the living ones, those who are there, paying their respects to their their loved ones who have passed on. But all right, next question. In what state is it illegal to wear body armor or a bulletproof vest while committing murder? In what state is it illegal to wear body armor or a bulletproof vest while committing murder? A, Tennessee. B, New York. C, New Jersey. Or D, North Carolina. In what state is it illegal to wear a bulletproof vest or body armor while committing murder? Never go to advertise it. Anyways. There's a inner piece. There is a YouTube channel that's Graves of the Hollywood Stars or something like that. I can't remember the name of the channel. But that's all he does on his channel is he takes tours of different cemeteries in and around the entire state of California, to where movie stars, vaudeville actors and actresses have died, and where they are today. And I've seen advertisements in quite a few of those videos in the background, advertising for different funeral homes, and stuff like that. So I know they're in California, which is probably not where you've been. I've never seen them around here where I live, in a funeral in a cemetery. Yeah, New Jersey, they're weird there. New York. What's another charge? LOL. The Queen C. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Does Will see me? I see you. Yes. I was too busy talking, doing a lot of this and not doing this. Sorry. Starfire. Wearing one gets you the death penalty. So, in what state is it illegal to wear body armor or a bulletproof vest while committing murder? The correct answer is C, New Jersey. It is illegal to wear body armor or a bulletproof vest in New Jersey while committing murder. And it doesn't necessarily give you the death penalty, but it is an enhancement charge on top of the actual crime. So if you get convicted of murder, you get the enhancement, on top of that. Which
Laptop.
What?
Laptop.
No, we're not playing Minecraft right now.
No laptop.
No Minecraft. Later. We'll play. We can play. Bye. See you soon. Bye. See you soon. Bye. See you soon. Okay. Next question. Who is often confused with serial killer Ed Kemper because they were both called the co-ed killer? Who is often confused with serial killer Ed Kemper because they were both called the co-ed killers? A, Mike Afters. B, John Stewart. C, John Collins. Or D, Dennis Nilsson. can I help you with?
Yes, Mudgett.
Nope, no Minecraft. No.
Yes, Mudgett.
Nope, no Minecraft.
Mudgett.
No Minecraft. Later. We can play later. Minecraft later.
Yes, Mudgett. Mudgett.
No, later.
Mudgett.
Oh. Are you having a meltdown? Are you sad, baby? Are you sad, baby? Why are you sad, baby? Be happy, baby. Be happy, baby. Don't be sad, baby. Run free. Welcome. I hope you had a great weekend. Diana Bowman. If I didn't say hello, welcome.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't.
Red card?
Don't.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I'm home with my son. And we're the only two home right now. Everybody else had things that they had to do today. So it's pretty much been the two of us. No, we are not throwing. You don't throw things in the living room. But yeah, I was saying we're the only two at home right now, so I couldn't exactly leave him all by himself while I go out to my studio. Do you want to draw Daddy a picture?
Picture.
You want to draw me a picture? Okay.
Picture.
Here, I got
Picture.
a piece of paper.
Picture.
Paper.
Nipple.
Paper.
Nipple.
And
Nipple.
if I give this to you,
Nipple.
to use? No?
Nipple.
Do you want to use?
Nipple.
You want colors?
Nipple.
You want colors?
No. No colors.
No colors?
No colors. No colors.
No colors.
No colors.
Okay. All right, no colors then. Home Alone.
No colors.
He's a busy
No
boy.
colors.
But yes, my son and me are the only two home right now, and he's having kind of an up and down day today. So, who is often confused with serial killer Ed Kemper because they are both called the co-ed killers? The correct answer is C. John Collins. John Collins killed 6 people between 1967 and 1969, but it was also called the co-ed killer. If you type in co-ed killer in the to Google or whatever you use as your search engine, the likelihood is you have a 50-50 chance of getting either Ed Kemper or you're going to get John Collins. It's the same thing if you type in Night Stalker, you're going to get one of 2 people for the Night Stalker as well. The media, when it comes to like nicknaming these serial killers and mass spree killers, they've run out of new thoughts, fresh ideas, so they just keep on reusing them over and over again. All right, anyways, next question. Bible John. The Bible John murders were unsolved in Scotland. In which city did all of these murders happen? Bible John murders. In what city did these happen? A, I think that's pronounced Edinburgh. B, Glasgow. C, Aberdeen. Or D, Perth. Where did the Bible John murders take place in Scotland? Edinburgh? I think that's how you pronounce it. B, Glasgow. C, Aberdeen. Or D, Perth. Sandra S., your air conditioning not on till the end of May, so I leave the door open. Oh, must be nice. I feel like if I go outside, I just absolutely melt right now. Because it is hot. It is very hot outside right here where I am today. So we have B. Good night, hippie love. You have a great week ahead. You got a trophy? Hippie love? You lost? Never heard of that either. Is Will here? Am I here? Yes, I am. My son is right there, maybe 2 feet from me. But he's on the other side of the table for right now. So I have to keep my fingers right on the camera button. Where did the Bible John murders take place in Scotland? A. Edinburgh, B. Glasgow, C. Aberdeen, or D. Perth? The correct answer is B. Glasgow. I'm staying. Quit trying to get rid of me, inner peace. Save me. All right, next question. What is H.H. Holmes' real name at birth? What was H.H. Holmes' real name at birth? A. Herman Munster, B. Herman Do-Right, C. Herman Castle, or D. Herman Mudgett? What was H.H. Holmes' real name at birth? I meant the grandma laundry question. Okay. A lot of people are guessing D, Herman Mudgett. Hey, it could be Herman Munster. You don't know. What is H.H. Holmes' real name at birth? The correct answer is correct. It is D, Herman Mudgett. He legally changed his name to his father-in-law's last name. That's where the Holmes name came from. I'm going to bed now. I lost tonight. Good night. Good night, Reichart. Thank you for stopping in tonight. It's Mudgett. It's spelled M-U-D, Mud, Jet. But G-E-T-T. Mud. Or I guess you could have pronounced it Mudgett. But from everywhere I saw online, they had it broken down like Mudgett. But all right, next question. Serial killer Fred Shipman is on record as saying, "The day my mommy died, I died, right along with her. I became soulless that day." Serial killer Fred Shipman. And this is an actual quote from Fred Shipman. The day my mommy died, I died right along with her. I became soulless that day. How old was he when she died? A, 10, B, 15, C, 17, or D, 16? How old was Fred Shipman when his mommy died? No. Well, he wants to play Minecraft. He's trying to use his computer, but there's something wrong with the Windows operating system. And I don't know if anybody's ever bought a computer and anytime recently, but when you buy a computer nowadays, you don't get the actual discs anymore. Well, at least not for this computer. We bought it, and it didn't come with any discs, no backup discs, nothing. And so something's wrong with the Windows operating system on it. It's got like this whole screen just flashes. So it just sits there and flashes the whole time. You can't really do anything. And so the only way to get it to fix is we have to actually change the hard drive, the entire tower, because it's a PC, and then send it in and have it worked on, because they won't do it over the phone. Hmm. 10 C 17 CAC. Some have speculated that he had incestuous relationship with his mother. He may have. I don't know about that in particular, if he had an incestuous relationship with his mother, but he really was really close to her. Let's just say that. How old was Fred Shipman when his mother died? The correct answer is C. He was 17 years old. And that is a word-for-word quote from Fred Shipman. The day my mommy died, I died right along with her. I became soulless that day. At the age of 17, he said he became soulless when his mommy died. No Minecraft. Daddy's using the computer. No Minecraft. No. Hmm? Oh no. You can watch something else on the TV, or you can play, or you want to color.
Color.
What do you want? Colors?
No.
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 What do you want to do?
I want to play.
Huh?
I want to play.
You want to play?
Play.
You want to play?
Let's play.
What?
Let.
You're just repeating what I'm saying.
Get to play.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question. Ed Gein. Ed Gein's mother, Augusta, was very controlling of little Eddie growing up. What did she always warn him to stay away from as a teen and as an adult? Ed Gein's mother, Augusta, was very controlling of little Eddie, as she called him. That was his name. What did she always warn him to stay away from as a teen and as an adult? A, alcohol. B, drugs. C, women. Or D, the government. What did Ed Gein's mother, Augusta, always warn him to stay away from as a teen and as an adult? I get you. Kitty? Kitty? I want a kitty. Where's my kitty?
Kitty,
Kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty. Make a kitty. I have a kitty. Yeah, kitty. Women. A lot of people guessing C.
Not kissing. Not kissing.
Huh?
Not kissing. Not kissing.
No kissing. Yes, kissy?
Occupy. Occupy.
Occupy.
Occupy.
What's occupy?
Occupy. Occupy.
Huh?
Occupy.
What happened to
Occupy.
Dennis' question?
Occupy. Occupy.
I don't know what Dennis' question is. So the question we're on right now is about Ed Gein's mother, Augusta, was very controlling of little Eddie growing up. What did she always warn him to stay away from as a teen and as an adult? A, alcohol, B, drugs, C, women, or D, the government? Sandra, I don't know what the Dennis question is. Shipman? Serial killer Fred Shipman was 17 years old when his mother died.
Okay.
The correct answer was C.
Yes.
See, look, right here. In her piece says, hi, Taco.
Hey, Taco.
Hi, Taco. That's you. No, we're not going outside.
Yes. That's all.
Huh? You gotta turn on the light. Turn on the light. Yeah, the light's on.
Let's
Turn on the light.
Let out.
Mm-hmm.
Let out.
No, we have to have the light on. Because
Let out.
it gets dark and then nobody will be able to see the steps.
Look at me.
Look at you. Are you sad?
Sad.
Are you a sad baby because I turned on the light? Oh, I'm sorry you're sad, baby. Be happy, baby. Ed Gein's mother, Augusta, always warned him to stay away from what as a teen and as an adult. The correct answer is A. A, alcohol. Because Ed Gein's father was an abusive drunk who beat every woman that he ever came in his life. He beat Ed Gein's mother. He beat Ed Gein's grandmother. He beat every woman because of his raging alcoholism. So she always warned him as a teen, as an adult, to stay away from alcohol. Next question. All right.
Look out. We gotta go. Go.
Next question. Sherry Jo Bates. Sherry Jo Bates was stabbed, had her throat slashed, and was beaten on October 30th, 1966. Who was believed to have committed the crime? Sherry Jo Bates was stabbed, had her throat slashed, and was beaten on October 30th, 1966. Who was believed to have committed the crime? A, the Night Stalker. B, the Zodiac Killer. A, the Night Stalker. B, the Zodiac Killer. C, the Empire Killer. Or D, the Green River Killer. Who is believed to have committed the crime? Howard Shipman? Was that his father's name, Howard? GRK. All the above. Sherry Jo Bates was stabbed, had her throat slashed, and was beaten on October 30th, 1966. Who was believed to have committed this crime? A, the Night Stalker, B, the Zodiac Killer, C, the Empire Killer, or D, the Green River Killer? Okie dokie. You Googled it. It was Harold Shipman. That was his father's name. Sherry Jo Bates was stabbed, beaten, and on October 30th, 1966 by B. They believe the Zodiac Killer is the person responsible for the death of Sherry Jo Bates. Bedtime night, everyone. Run free. Good night. Thank you for stopping in. Pamela Stevens, welcome. The Strangler. Good evening, Mary. I hope you had a great weekend, Mary. Welcome to the stream. LOL. No, Shipman, the doctor, whose mother died when he was 17. All right, next question is about H.H. Holmes again. H.H. Holmes. H.H. Holmes was always up to no good, even as a child. What was Herman Mudgett's crime for profit while he was in college? While Mudgett was in college, what was his crime for profit? A, stealing horses. B, stealing dead bodies. C, stealing gas lights, light posts and lights. D, stealing jewelry. What was H.H. Holmes's crime for profit while he was in college? I love hearing Little Taco. Yeah, me and my little man here.
I'm so sorry.
He's having a blast right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is literally wearing his little Superman underwears, and he's wearing 3 pairs of his mother's socks. He's got them pulled up like, one pair goes up to his knees, and the other 2 pair are kind of like, anklet socks, and he put them all on. Because, I was folding laundry earlier, and I had the laundry basket on the table, and he just went up there and grabbed the socks out of it and just started to put them all on. So they'll have to get washed again. I don't know. He stole things. Yeah, he did. Definitely did this. Hippie love. Bye, everyone. Time to walk the dogs. Night, Will and Taco. Good night, Hippie love. Thank you for stopping in and playing with us today. You have a great week ahead. H.H. Holmes was always up to no good, even as a child. What did Herman Mudgett do as crime for profit while in college? Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is B as in boy. He stole human bodies. He would go to the morgue and steal dead bodies from the morgue. And the way he did this for profit was he would steal these people from the morgue. Then he would fill out and file for insurance for these dead people. And then they would mysteriously die, and he'd collect the money for the insurance policy on these new dead people. He'd make up their names and everything about them, and how they died. But it was an insurance scam. Herman Munster. All right. Next question. History has always portrayed Ted Bundy as a handsome man. That his charm and good looks is what helped him lure his victim. However, who was the real life model and a killer? Who was a real life model and a killer? A. Tom Jones. B. Dennis Rader. C. Albert Del Savo. Or D. Adolf Costanzo. Who was a real life model and a killer? Two freak shows in Scotland. I always call them Brooks and Dunn, but that's not right. Are you talking about the perfect murder? Cement shoes? The two that I can't remember what their names are. I can picture their faces though. But who was the real? He really was a model, a male model, and a killer. A. Tom Jones. B. Dennis Rader. C. Albert Del Savo. Or D. Adolf Costanzo. Pamela says D. He name sounds modelish. Rylan? Rainy? Landstrom. Welcome to the stream. The correct answer for this one is D. Adolf Costanzo was a model and a murderer. All right, next question. Excuse me. How many serial killers have used the federal parks system to dump their victims? How many serial killers have used the federal parks system here in America to dump their victims? And for those who don't live in the United States, it's kind of hard to explain. There are city parks, there are state parks, and then there are federal parks. So the federal parks are federal lands and parks that are protected by the federal government. But that's in essence what a federal park is. How many serial killers have used the federal parks to dump their victims? A, 1, B, 3, C, 5, or D, 8? Sandra Turner, welcome. George Costanza. Burke and Hare, both first name William. But the perfect murder. Thumbs up?
Yeah.
What do you want me to change the TV channel?
The chair.
Well, you know where the remote's right over there. You can use it.
Advertise.
Yeah, not working.
No looky.
How many serial killers have used the federal parks
No
to
looky.
dump their victims? The correct answer is C.
Bad luck.
5. 5 serial killers
5.
have used the federal parks
5.
to dump their victims. The 5 that have used the federal park system to dump their victims were Ridgway, Kemper, Del Salvo, Samuel Little, and Juan Corona. Nope.
No.
You have to stay in the house. Do you want to? What was the battery? Where's the battery? One. Yeah, the one. I don't want. There it is. There. Okay, so we just finished up the one. How many serial killers have used the federal parks to dump their victims? And the correct answer was C, 5. Next one. Next question is Antoinette Frank is currently on death row in Louisiana. What did she do for a living before she was caught? Antoinette Frank, what did she do for a living before she was sentenced to death row in Louisiana? A, she was a doctor. B, a nurse. C, a school teacher. Or D, a police officer. What did Antoinette Frank do for a living before she was caught and then, obviously convicted and sentenced to death row? Excuse me. He is, Mary. He's a handsome little devil. I think you're probably the only one here on the stream, Mary, that has ever seen a picture of him. Yeah, I'm pretty partial to him. I think I'm going to keep him. Antoinette Frank is currently on death row in Louisiana. What did she do for a living before she was caught? A doctor, a nurse, a school teacher, or a police officer, or Interpeas, a fertilizer salesman. Antoinette Frank was D, a police officer. The correct answer was D as in dog, a police officer. Next question. Tiger King and the Life of Joe Exotic on Netflix has been watched by how many people as of to date? How many people have streamed the actual Tiger King and the Life of Joe Exotic? A, 230 million. B, 264 million. C, 9 million. Or D, 20 million. How many people have watched Tiger King and the Life of Joe Exotic on Netflix? A, 230 million. B, 264 million. C, 9 million. Or D, 20 million. Never heard of her, Starfire? Oh, like Stephanie Lies. Yeah. Now, I'll give everybody, credit on this one. With so many people who actually share their Netflix passwords, how do they know how many people actually stream this? Do they count each and every time that it's been clicked on? Or are they counting by, okay, this account, this has been watched by this account? $230 million sad souls lived vicariously through a special gator dude. Yeah. I got a question that's coming up about somebody like that, though. Gator dude. I think it's on tonight's list. I'm not sure. Sandra. Somebody's Netflix. Do you think Carol King killed him? Had him killed? Carol Baskin? Well, Joe Exotic is in prison. But do I think that Carol Baskin did it? I don't know. I think she definitely had something to do with her husband's death. I think she knows where he is. I don't think he just walked away. I think she had him murdered, or she did it herself and then fed him to the tigers, or I think Joe Exotic said that her husband was buried there on the property, like underneath the tiger cages, or enclosure or something. I briefly remember reading something about that. But anyways, how many people have watched Tiger King and the Life of Joe Exotic on Netflix? The correct answer is B, as in boy. 264 million people have watched it. I have seen all of 2 episodes. Two. That's just not my type of content. All right, we're sticking with the online streaming and Netflix for the next question. Americans streamed over 646,152 shows during a COVID shutdown. What type of programming was number one during the entire period of COVID shutdowns? All right, so read the question again. Americans streamed over 646,152 shows during the COVID-19 shutdown. What type of programming was number one for the entire period of time? A, sports and sports-related content. B, true crime or crime dramas. C, politics or election coverage. Or D, reality TV. What was number one through this entire time? of the COVID shutdowns. B.H. Huss, are you losing weight? Not me. Not me. Unfortunately, no. I knew I should have said B, but the rule is when in doubt, guess B. $646,152 different shows. That's a lot of shows, ladies and gentlemen. Any way you cut it. During the COVID shutdown, what has been the number one type of programming during the entire time? A, sports and sports-related content. B, crime, drama, true crime. C, politics and election coverage. Or D, reality TV. Starfire, you watched a lot of politics, unfortunately. B, I guess, but what about medical shows? I don't know. I don't make up the actual questions. I mean, I add to, most of these questions come from either trivia online or the book on crime trivia. You can buy it on Amazon, or you can get it digital. That's where most of these questions come from. But most of the questions either have one or two or three possible answers. To make them all fair, I mean, I make them all A, B, C, or D, and then I throw in a random answer like Herman Munster, for. But reality TV, Lisa, is option D on the list. Americans streamed over 646,152 shows during the COVID-19 shutdown. What type of programming was number one for the entire time? Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is B, as in boy. Crime, drama, and true crime. Yeah. And by looking at the list for this one, I had no idea that there was that many Law and Order shows out there. Oh my God. I had no idea. I thought there were like 3. No, there's like 6. 6 different ones. It's insane. But streaming is up 114% over the year prior. The average person streams for 3 hours and 7 minutes in any one time that they're online.
You want some veggie toast? Okay.
Yeah, hon, did you know that there are like 6 different Law and Orders now?
No.
Yeah, see, that's how attached we are. We're totally out of the loop. I thought there was like 3.
There's like Law and Order SVU, Law and Order. Shit, that's the only 2 I know.
Law, SVU, criminal intent. Well, anyways, next question. Which of these states is marijuana legal in, but still carries start over. Which of these states is marijuana legal, but still carries an enhancement for any type of distribution charge? Meaning that you have marijuana, it's legal to have it, but if you have it packaged in such a way they enhance the actual crime, so you get a longer sentence for the actual offense. If you have it to package in a way that it looks like, well, he's distributing the actual drug. But which of these states is marijuana legal but has an enhancement for how, if you get caught with it for the actual drug itself? A, Connecticut, B, Maryland, C, Maine, or D, Alabama? You can't be here. Yeah. Why are you screaming?
Wait, are you streaming right now?
Yes.
B2.
Yes, I'm screaming right now.
Careful.
It's really surprising just how much you guys don't know what I do for a living and what I do.
Well, I mean, how are you talking to me if you're streaming?
We're doing trivia. I read them the question and the options, and then I went there to talk to you, and now I walk back.
Well, I don't think your stream wants to hear me talking about baked beans.
I don't know. Maybe they do. I have to turn the camera off because little man.
Oh.
So they get to stare. They get to stare at this most of the night.
Can they still hear me?
Yes, they can hear you. They just can't see you. I turn the camera off.
Oh, hey, Will stream.
They can't see you because that's what they see right there.
Yeah, I can see your face, man.
Yeah. Little man was sitting on the back of the chair here, and he was yanking my hair. I'm like,
The baby's very abusive.
But baked beans and cornbread, mommy. Here.
Moments in trading. Yes.
Moments in trading said baked beans and cornbread.
Baked beans and cornbread.
Short Night says, I love baked. I'm trying to read them at the same time, and I'm like, I started reading one, then I started reading the next one, not realizing that there was two different people who commented there.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I like bug.
So, little tip today, I substituted garlic instead of the onion in the baked beans, and it was phenomenal.
I don't know if they can necessarily hear you.
Did you guys hear it?
She said that because the mic's right there.
Yeah, I'm yelling in the general direction.
Okay. Moments in Trading says, LOL. Mary says, hi, Crystal.
Hey, guys. Hi, Will's chat.
Ryan, legal where you live. We were first. So first, which state was the first to legalize? Without looking at the chat, in case he answers, where was the first place that legalized marijuana? Colorado? No.
I don't know. That feels like a California thing.
No, I don't. That wasn't California. I think it was Colorado.
It feels like California.
We're guessing Colorado. Are you in Colorado? Garlic instead of onion? Yum.
Absolutely.
Tam Lynn. Hi, Tam Lynn. Welcome to the stream. We hear it. Nope.
Wasn't California, huh?
Wasn't California? It's not, and it's not in Colorado. I thought Denver, Colorado was like the first place that legalized.
Denver's not a state.
Denver, Colorado, I thought was the first place that legalized recreational marijuana. We're in Washington. Obviously, it's legal here. You can buy it at 7-Eleven.
Did the baby finally kill my mouse pad?
No, I unplugged it because I cleaned it.
Oh.
You notice it's not all stained up?
Nice.
I cleaned it. I just haven't plugged it in. I cleaned all this up because I didn't want everybody to on the stream to see all your messy desk with papers and stuff laying all over it.
But it's my desk. I like it.
I know.
messy.
But look at it now. Now it's all nice and clean. I scrubbed it off and dusted and everything over here.
But my mess.
I know. You're gonna have to make your own mess again.
Fine. I'm gonna go pack the beans.
All right.
away.
So, which state is marijuana legal but carries an enhancement still? The correct answer is D, Alabama. Alabama. Next question. What kind of drug is heroin listed as in the federal government? What kind of drug is heroin according to the federal government? A depressant, B, an opiate, C, a stimulant, or D, an hallucinogenic. What type of drug is heroin? The devil's juice?
That weird fermented tea thing. Isn't that devil's juice?
I'm guessing that's probably has to do with marijuana because I mean they wouldn't guess devil's juice if you know.
No, that's devil's lettuce.
That devil's lettuce. Ah. Do you know this one? What kind of drug does a U.S. government consider heroin to be?
Heroin's an opiate.
Huh?
Heroin's opiate.
Did you even hear the options?
Want to see some strange magic?
Okay. But is heroin with the federal government? The federal government lists heroin as as either a depressant, an opioid, a stimulant, or a hallucinogenic. Which one is it?
Why are you asking me? I'm not gonna chat. I'm just the bean lady.
All right, bean lady.
It's an opioid.
The correct answer for this trivia question is B. It is an opioid, but it is also a depressant.
I work in a hospital. That's how I know this.
You work in a hospital, so you know that but the federal government lists heroin as a opioid or opioid. So if you guessed either A or B, you get credit on that one. What is what did they call it? That book with all the different drugs in it. What do they call that book? Okay.
Are you talking like a pharmacology manual? Like what?
The list of different pharmaceuticals, drugs, and their descriptions and what they look like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called though. But yeah, it's the book that shows
You're gonna fail out of college miserably. What? No, I was just talking. Me and your mom were just talking about this yesterday. She's gonna shoot me with her Nerf gun.
What? There was something in it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't pick up a gun and point it at anybody. What do we tell little man? Don't point the gun at anybody.
It's a Nerf gun, and we hit all the little bullets.
I took all of them, but yeah, he puts things in there. Never shoot them.
What was that?
Oh, it was one of the Nerf pellet things that is supposed to go with something else. Because he'll put crayons in them. He'll put all kinds of things in them. You never know.
Socks.
Huh?
He's wearing my socks.
Yeah, well, he's only wearing one pair right now. He had 3 pair on earlier.
I already made you Frenchie toast.
You didn't notice that? You've been wearing them for, quite a while now. All right. Next question. Which of the following is an acknowledgement of a wrongful conviction? Which of the following is an acknowledgement of a wrongful conviction? A mens reis. B, a pardon. C, an oopsie statement. Or D, an exoneration. Which of the following is an acknowledgement of a wrongful conviction?
Where's your crunchy toast? Did you eat it already? Did he eat his French toast already?
Probably.
Or is he trying to do magic tricks?
What do you look for?
In his chaos?
Check under the umbrella.
Good job.
Please keep them away from the desk.
Come on, Small. What's up, Small? What? The Frenchie toast. Okay.
An oopsie statement. All right. Which of the following is an acknowledgement of a wrongful conviction? And the acknowledgement of a wrongful conviction is a pardon. So the correct answer is B.
Every time I use the mouse.
Next question. Where was the Taman Shroud man found? Where was the Taman
It's just a picture.
M Shroud? Honey, come here for a second. How do you pronounce this? That's T-A-M-A-M.
Well, it's going to depend on what the answer is on how you pronounce that.
Don't say it. It's the ones with the stars next on is the answer.
Oh, I think Taman then?
Taman?
Should?
Should. All right, where was the Taman should man found? A, Ireland, B, Korea, C, Turkey, or D, Australia? It's T-A-M-A-M.
Hey, Small. I got your second run of French toasty sticks done.
Set him down and then watch him to see if he did anything with the other ones. Because he did you check his little scooter? Huh? Because if he might have put him in his scooter.
I'm watching you. Good job. Yeah, good job.
Good job. Good job, Mommy. You're watching him. What? Please repeat the question. Where was the Taman Shroud man found? A, Ireland, B, Korea, C, Turkey, or D, Australia? Moments in trading. It was in Taman. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I should have picked questions where I actually knew how to actually pronounce the name. I'm not sure if I'm even coming close, but it's spelled T-A-M-A-M. Taman. Tamam. Shroud. S-H-U-D. It's a crying shame. Hello. Hi, it's a crying shame. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a great weekend. The correct answer is D. Australia. Next question. Next question. What uncaught 1960s copycat killer terrorized London in the same way as Jack the Ripper? What uncaught 1960s copycat killer terrorized London in the same way as Jack the Ripper? A. Jack the Nipper. B. Jack the Kipper. C. Jack the Stripper. Or D. Jack the Tripper? What 1960s copycat killer terrorized London in the same way as Jack the Ripper? You had a great weekend? Good. Crying shame. You forgot Jack the Zipper. These are the options that it gave. What uncaught 1960s copycat killer terrorized London in the same way as Jack the Ripper? A. Jack the Nipper. B. Jack the Kipper. C. Jack the Stripper. Or D. Jack the Tripper? I think Colorado was the first to legalize marijuana. See, that's what I thought too, Diana. I might be wrong, but I thought Colorado was the first place, and I thought that the first dispensary opened up somewhere near Denver. But I could be wrong. I know here we have this. We have in Washington State, where I live, we have medical marijuana. We have recreational marijuana. Yeah, anybody can get marijuana now. You can buy the CBD oils and the marijuana vaping products just about everywhere. So Jack Tripper is on Three's Company. Now I have the theme song in my head. Yours and yours is Three's Company too. What was it? The Ropers was a spinoff of Three's Company. I think that was the only spinoff of it. The Ropers. But what uncaught 1960s copycat killer terrorized London in the same way as Jack the Ripper? The correct answer is C. Jack the Stripper. He killed nothing but prostitutes and strippers. Next question. Come knock on my door. I've been waiting for you. Next question. Which of these is the only real sibling of David Berkowitz? Which of these is the only real sibling of David Berkowitz? A. Rosalind Manchester. B. Rosalind Falco. C. Rosalind Petticoat, or D. Rosalind James? Who is the only real sibling of David Berkowitz? You loved Mr. Roper? Which one? Wasn't there two Mr. Ropers? I know Don Knotts played, was on there. Wasn't he one of the Ropers? Or is he Stanley? Well, I mean, I can remember the character, but I just can't remember, if he was a Roper or not. Stanley Roper. Probably have to look it up on IMDb. He was Mr. Furley. Wasn't bad. It's a look you have on B. Don Knotts was Mr. Furley. Okie dokie is going with Falco. We got B's and A's. Which of these is the only real sibling of David Berkowitz? Rosalind Manchester, A. Rosalind Manchester, B. Rosalind Falco, C. Rosalind Petticoat, or D. Rosalind James? So we could all guarantee that the only real sibling of David Berkowitz is a sister, and her first name is Rosalind. You just have to figure out what her last name is. Rosalind, New Mexico, the alien. By the ends of Three's Company, they introduced a bunch of new characters. Did they? Damon, welcome to the stream, Damon. I hope you had a great weekend. There was some Mr. and Mrs. Roper, and Don Knotts was Mr. Furley. Yeah, you could never have programming like that ever again. Not in this day and age. You couldn't have a sitcom that like that. What was Jack's friend's name? I can picture the guy. I just can't remember what his name was. Damn it! I got a shout out. Welcome everybody. Thank you, but I appreciate you being here. Larry, that's what it was. Thank you, Moments in Trading. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was like, I could picture him in his hair in that 1970s, style. I just couldn't figure out what his name was though. All right. The correct answer to this trivia question, which of these is the only real sibling of David Berkowitz? The correct answer is B. B as in boy, Rosalind Falco. Now, the reason why I picked this question is there have been no less than 30 other people who have come forward after David Berkowitz was arrested and convicted of his crimes who said that they were a sibling of David Berkowitz, but he only had one sibling. But 30 other people have come forward and said that they were a member of the Berkowitz family, and they were his sibling. And he only has one sibling, a sister. There was also a Mr. Furley's brother, the older lady after Jack. I didn't know. I didn't remember that. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen Three's Company. But every once in a while, like a clip will be like suggested for some weird reason on YouTube, and I'll click on it and watch it. It's always nice to to go back and preview things like that again. Shows you used to like watching when you're younger. You're watching for the look now. Okie dokie. Yeah. But the reason why I brought it up also is it shows you that even going back to when David Berkowitz, did his crimes, people wanted to jump on board. They wanted to be known as, being involved, or they knew somebody. Even for the media, it was complete lies, but people wanted to be, attached to the actual crime because it was in the news. So the next question. Which famous writer, director went on to direct a documentary about the death row and death row sentencing? Hello.
Hello.
And the reason why he did so was to help bring awareness to it, and in hopes that they would stop the death row. That was my daughter. So I'll read the question over again. Which famous writer and director went on to direct a documentary about death row and death row sentencing in hopes of getting the death penalty stopped forever? A. Martin Scorsese. B. Werner Herzog. C. Steven Spielberg. Or D. Errol Morales. Which writer-director went on to direct a documentary about death row and death row sentencing in hopes of getting the death penalty stopped forever? Martin Scorsese, Werner Herzog, or Steven Spielberg, or Errol Morales. Which writer-director? Did you bring home empty beer bottles?
Not beer bottles. They're root beer and cream soda bottles.
Why?
And then I'm going to stick bottle lights in.
Okay.
That makes some decorations, not waste.
Short and Nice. Short and Nice says that you waved back like you could see her. Can you see her? Can you see Short and Nice?
Who?
Short Nice. Can you see Short Nice? You waved back at her. When she waved at you, you waved back at her. It's like as if you could see that she was waving to you.
Oh, no, I have no idea where your chat is. I was just waving to them. Sorry, Short Nice.
You've never seen the Spike Lee film about Son of Sam? I think the last Spike Lee movie I saw was the one about the pizza. It's been a long time since I've seen a Spike Lee movie. My minor child, him. Your son has a pretty feminine voice. Damon, I have two children. That's my adult daughter. She's, a little bit older than her brother.
Just by 19 years.
Yeah. Do the right thing. Thank you, Damon. That was the last Spike Lee movie I've seen that I can remember. I mean, it's not like I go out and avoid them. I just don't watch a lot of movies or television. But the correct answer to this one: what famous writer director went on to make the documentary about death row and death row sentencing in hopes of getting the death penalty stopped forever? The correct answer is B, and as in boy. So, next question. Damon I have a 6-month-old living son and a 1-month-old fetus in your wife's womb. That's cool. Congratulations on the new just soon to be arriving. And for the 6-month-old, my son is 4. Me and my wife, that same wife. We have the 2 children. They're 19 years apart. So. All right, next question. Killer Joe Ball, the famous mass murderer, fed his victims to what kind of animal? Joe Ball fed his victims to what kind of animal? A, tigers. B, sharks. C, alligators. Or D, raccoons. What type of animal did Joe Ball feed his victims to? Damon, you want some parenting tips? I don't have any. No. Understand that you're going to make mistakes, and that you do your best. They don't come with manuals, and you're never gonna be 100% correct. Just don't beat yourself up over the little things. Just do your best. That's the only advice I can give anybody out there who's having children. Joe Ball, the famous mass murderer, fed his victims to what type of animal? Last one I saw was he got game, I think. Yeah, it might not. Ask a question about a doodler. Little people have bad days too. Be calm. My son having an up and down day pretty much. One minute he was chilled, and then he was just a sad baby. Then he was a happy baby. So Joe Ball, the famous mass murderer, fed his victims to what type of animal? The correct answer is C, alligators. You know him? The doodler? No. Joe Ball fed his victims to alligators. Next question. Who was the ringleader behind the brutal murder of Sandra Schaefer? It's like right in front of me, right in here. And I don't know how I messed that up. Who was the ringleader behind the brutal murder of Sandra Schaefer? A, Lawrence. B, Lovelace. C, Jacket. Or D, Rippy? Who was the ringleader behind the brutal murder of Sandra Schaefer? He fed his victims to alligators alive or after killing them. Damon, after. I believe that they're all dead, and that was how he disposed of his victims, so nobody would find them. He's a serial killer who was never caught back in the 1970s. Oh, I scored so big on these shirts, Sandra. So I was at the a local store. It's a Kroger store. They have different names across the United States, but the Kroger, Fred Meyer stores. And I was looking for kind of what they call it, like a not an undershirt, shirt you wear underneath another shirt. And I found a deal. They had a rack that was of clearance items like clothing, and they had 10 or 15 shirts on the rack, and everything they'd been marked down from 11 to 4, and then everything that was $4 was 50% off. So they were $2 a piece. But then there was an ad in the local like coupon, it's in their monthly flyer, that you saved an extra 10% off on top of any clothing item. So I got it for 50% off plus 10% off on top of that. So 60% off of the $4 price. I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna take those. So I took them all. Who was the ringleader behind the brutal murder of Sandra Schaefer? Who was the ringleader? Rippy. We got some bunch of D's. Hey, Glowworm, welcome to the stream. We are on question 30 tonight. This is technically the last question. Who is the ringleader behind the brutal murder of Sandra Schaefer? Wow, good deal. Yeah, I couldn't complain. I got a bunch of shirts for less than $10. The answer to this one is B, Loveless. Melinda Loveless was the ringleader behind the murder. Well, thank you, okie dokie. I will definitely be making the donation right after the stream is over with. I appreciate that. And in case anybody else is wondering, that I'm helping raise money for Color the Spectrum for a lot of people don't realize when it comes to those who are autistic, once they age out, they get out of high school, there's very few programs for adults with autism, and so at the end, later parts of life. So, like in my area, there are a lot of programs for my son who has autism. There are programs for when he's now from this age until the age of 18. On his 18th birthday, a lot of those programs, they end. There is nothing that helps them transition between school and adult life. And so the Color the Spectrum is a program that was it wasn't started by YouTuber Mark Rober, but we've been raising money for to offer programs and funding for other existing programs, along with giving them a voice within what type of services that they need in the future. So, okie dokie, you just made a donation to that, which I will then pass along to them. Next up, next for autism is the actual next for autism. Sorry, my son called, had to opt out. Thanks, and have a good one. Well, you're welcome. Do I think Sandra did it? Who? The correct answer was Melinda Lovelace was the one that killed Sandra Schaefer. Worked with autistic children for many years. We had many go to work placements. A lot of communities out there that don't have anything at all for adults or for children with barriers to education or anything at all. I mean, they do the best they can, but there's no funding there. Sadly, that's the truth. And I'm worried about what's going to happen. My son's going to eventually he's going to age out of the programs in this area, and then there isn't anything left, really for them. But that's it. That's all 30 questions. What's up?
I think Lucky needs help outside.
Okay. I'm streaming. What would you like me to do?
I don't know.
He's out there. I know he's out there. And by the way, your cat showed up today.
Yeah, I think he's upstairs.
Yay! I can put a collar on.
Huh? Is he upstairs?
I heard something moving around.
He was here in the house. I mean, he sat there on the table and just kind of stared at me like, what? I live here. And I'm like, actually, no, not really, cat. He just sat there staring at me the whole time. And I was like, oh, you're creepy. Damon, you've worked with autistic kids too. Can it be very cute at times? I like how they think that you know everything they know. Well, apparently I have to end this here and say goodnight to everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I got to go rescue my dog. I don't know what he's doing outside, but I just know he's out there right now. But everyone, thank you again for joining me for Sunday night True Crime Trivia. We will be back next Sunday at the same time, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So you can figure out what kind of doggo. He's a German Shepherd mix.
A good boy.
He's a good boy. Yeah, that's what my wife says. He's a good boy. He's the only. Well, we out of the originally the 4 dogs, we only have 2 left. We lost another dog last Thursday? Friday. Like 2 days ago. We had to say goodbye to our Calliope. So do. But anyways, thank you, everyone. You have a great night. Thank you again to everybody, and stay safe and have a terrific week ahead.